Welcome viewers to yet another episode of Handicap This the Series. Over the previous year, our crew has done a lot of traveling. I mean a lot of traveling. So instead of boring you with every little detail, we compiled a little video scrapbook of some of our journeys in 2013. First stop, Texas. Fort Worth, Texas, for an AMBUCS conference. The goal of AMBUCS is to create mobility and independence for people with disability. While in Dallas, it was the Creative Crusader's birthday, and we made the most of it, going to the Ruth Chris Steakhouse and showering him with an enthusiastic happy birthday song.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Creative Crusader. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Dennis. While in Dallas, we reconnected with Matt Merzicki. Matt graduated middle and high school with Mike. He lives in Texas, works for Edward Jones Financial, and he drove 6 hours just to see us. We also met Gentry Poole, and she really enjoyed Mike's company. We were also lucky to meet Gentry's husband, Matt. Easy there, Mike. Rehearsal, show, girl sits on Mike's lap, bathtub full of beer, done.
On to the next, on to the next one.
After Fort Worth, Texas, it was on to Kansas City, Missouri. There, we had a show and a keynote speech for the 25th anniversary of the Coalition for Independence. For those of you not living in the Kansas City area, the Coalition for Independence assists in making people more independent and able to live in the home or community of their choice. The show itself was here in the J.C. Nichols Auditorium at the World War I Memorial. After a makeshift karate lesson, it was on to the performance. The Coalition made sure that everyone could enjoy our show. Coalition for Independence, Memorial, Karate, Show, Speech, Pictures, done.
On to the next, on to the next one.
We finished our speech at 7 p.m. on Saturday, drove from Kansas City, Missouri to Lake Geneva, Wisconsin, arriving at 3:47 in the morning. Showtime was 1:30 p.m. Upon arriving, we were, of course, greeted with a thunderstorm. This has happened before.
Every time we travel, it's wet.
8 hours later, it wasn't much better. This provided a small conundrum as the rain continued to knock out our power generators, making setup quite a challenge. But the advertising was stellar. In the end, our first outdoor show experience proved to be successful. But this was no small affair. The next day, we had a red carpet rolled out for us. Well, for everyone, but it was still a nice touch. We then gave an after-dinner speech to over 600 golfers and their spouses.
Thank you very much,
Rain, show, sun, red carpet, more beer, speech, done.
on to the next one.
Our next stop was Scranton, Pennsylvania, the Electric City. Unfortunately, Dunder Mifflin was not on the docket. As our show has evolved, so has the amount of stuff that our technical director needs. This is all well and good until you try to check 3 severely overweight supply cases. Getting a wheelchair through security is extremely time-consuming. Luckily, they didn't have to strip search this time. After our usual boarding fiasco, it was off to Philadelphia. Our show was the keynote entertainment at the 12th Annual Northeastern U.S. Conference on Disability. Plus, our book was prominently displayed at the bookstore. We made it! First up, breakout session. We shared our story, met some students and faculty. After a few glamour shots, it was showtime. Excellent turnout for this one, as over 500 people filled the auditorium.
It was great.
Loved it.
Loved it.
I think his perseverance through everything is very inspirational to me. That you really could do anything that you put your mind to.
Definitely. Definitely gonna remember this.
See me on the wheelchair and see who the person is. I have a disability myself, and I was in a wheelchair for a long, long time.
Wow.
So it's nice to actually give that message, put it out there.
Keep rolling on, you know? Just keep moving on.
Mike versus Airport, increased baggage fees, Electric City, How We Roll in Bookstore, speech, glamour shots, show, more glamour shots, done. Up next, our week-long South Dakota extravaganza, starting in Yankton with the show for the People's First Organization at Mount Marty College. Then it was off to Yankton Middle School for a morning assembly where 500 students and faculty heard our message. Then we had a 4-hour break before it was back to Mount Marty College for a reception and award ceremony. Apparently, this was a pretty big deal because the next morning we were on the front page of the Press and Dakotan. Our whirlwind tour was off to a good start. Next event, Dakota Wesleyan University at the Sherman Center. Then, later that evening, we presented at the Pepsi Cola Theater with this on stage. Improvise, adapt, overcome. The next day, we had 3 speeches in 2 different locations. First up, Brookings High School.
They catch my guess. People making eye contact.
Then, the Swiftel Center, where we presented to HR professionals, business owners, operators, and administrators. Next destination, the beautiful town of Milbank, specifically the Milbank Community Center. Yep, that's 7 South Dakota speeches in 3 days. We were in the home stretch. Our last 2 engagements were at the Elks Lodge in Watertown and at Madison High School in Madison. Wow, that took a lot of stamina. 9 speeches in 5 days. Yankton, Mitchell, Brookings, Milbank, Watertown, Madison. Done. Next destination, Kent State University, to celebrate the university's Disabilities Awareness Month. The show was organized by the DAM Committee. That's the Disability Awareness Month Committee. What were you thinking? To further our already entertaining evening, we met this guy. For those of you who are under 21, this is very impressive. A pint of Guinness in under 3 seconds? Yes, Guinness.
Why isn't more people clapping?
The next morning, it was off to Cleveland to speak at the Cuyahoga County Board for Developmental Disabilities. Special thanks to Zachary Fennell, our guest blog coordinator, who recommended us to the board. After a speech and a few autographs, it was time to zip home. Unfortunately, we zipped too fast, and then this happened.
Alright, sir, you are receiving a citation today, okay? I had you going 85 and a 70. I am only citing you for 80 and a 70.
Well, thank you very much.
I'm citing you for points and overall cost of the violation, okay? Court information right here doesn't mean you have to go to court, just means you need to contact them within 40 days. I underline both for you,
Great.
okay?
Thank you, sir. DAM Committee, show, Guinness Chug, Cleveland, speech, autographs, cop stop, ticket, done. Back in June, I received a call from Missy, a concerned parent. Her son Oliver was born with cerebral palsy and was entering high school in the fall. Missy felt that our show would be the perfect introduction for Oliver's new classmates. This trip was not in our original itinerary, but we felt compelled to make it work. So we flew out to Long Island and performed at Lawrence High School. Sometimes the unplanned trips turn out to be the most meaningful. Next up, Dubuque, Iowa, for the Hills and Dales 40-year community celebration. 40 years of building meaningful lives. Throughout our cross-country grind, Dennis has been promising us special gifts. Tonight, they were finally revealed.
Yes, my friends, it's the official Bachman Industries
fucking kidding me. Purveyor of world's finest latex products. Over the past few years, there has been a running joke about Bachman's fictitious business, that is, Bachman Industries, purveyor of the finest latex products. We never thought it would actually come to life. When you travel as much as we do, you sometimes have to entertain yourselves. The next day, it was back on the road to Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio, where we unveiled our newfound gifts. While the shirts were a big hit, the Mexican restaurant staff was not too thrilled with the creative crusader. While in Cincy, everyone kept telling us that we had to have something specific. Chili. Skyline chili. Now we know what all the buzz is about. All fueled up, we were ready to go. The show was organized by Leap Beyond Therapy for their CP Inspires Expo. After the show, we met up with Alex Yurchek and his buddy, Alex. To celebrate, we got La Rosa's Pizza, another Cincinnati favorite. Long Island, Dubuque, Bachman Industries, purveyors of the world's finest latex products, Food Fight, Skyline Chili, 2 Alex's, show, done. 4 round-trip flights, 5,237 miles in the van, 20 different cities, 9 shows, 13 speeches, 22 standing ovations, over 6,000 audience members, thousands of dollars in baggage fees, new friends, new food, and a partridge in a pear tree. That's enough for tonight. We'll see you next time.